Hello everyone, this is Caduce Campbell for thebuttonsmashers.com, and here's our review for PES 2017. PES 2017 is a great football game. It is not a simulation of the real thing, but it does succeed at delivering the same euphoria that watching the real sport offers. And really, isn't that all that matters? Graphically, it doesn't look nearly as good as its competitor, and mechanically it doesn't play quite as well. Players don't perform like individuals on the pitch, but more like cogs in a carefully constructed system. That means that you won't often see players making runs or decisive decisions on their own. Sometimes they may be in an ideal position to get the advantage on the opposition, and they just won't capitalize on it. Package that with the wonky shooting system, some non-impressive modes, and you have a game that should, on paper, suck. But thanks to the addictive Master League, a lot of personality, and improved commentary, the game redeems itself for those hoping to play an alternative to EA's FIFA. Now here's the long version of this review. It's been a while since the last time I played a PES game due to me playing its main competitor religiously for the past couple years. And this year was supposed to be no different. Supposed to be. The certainty of which footy game I'll be playing for the rest of this year and next year is all up in the air at this point, and all because of one mode, Master League. When we got our review copies for PES 2017, I proceeded to play this mode because it was the mode that I was most familiar with, and it is the base of this review. Yes, the game has numerous other modes including standard, player versus AI, PvP, online, my club, and tournaments. However, I didn't find myself playing any of those other modes more than once, just to say that I did. The game does try to mix things up with Champions League, Europa League, and AFC Champions League tournaments, but this doesn't really attest to much if you can't find your team. I'd much rather take one of the random name clubs in the game, rename them, change their kits, and build my own dream team in Master League and challenge these tournaments over the course of a season rather than play tournament modes. I'm sure there are those that play my clubs, but I just see it as a less impressive FIFA Ultimate Team, and almost all the other modes are pretty much the same thing, just with different transitions during the matches. None of them have any stay power except Master League, which is a mode similar to Manager mode in FIFA, but better. What makes it better are the little bits of added personality, like managers walking into press conferences, shaking hands with players and big signings. This personality extends to each and every player. Some may like playing a certain position and have traits that make them better leaders, while others may be better at growing as individuals who gain stats easily. It's also a mode that rewards those that like to develop their own players, then sell them or keep them for their first team. So how does PES 2017 play? When I first started the game, I expected that there would be a learning curve. It being such a long time since I played a PES game, and I was right. I've been playing the game for more than a week, and I'm not sure I've got much better at it. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting better after a couple of wins in a row, then I start losing in the most unexpected ways. To be quite frank, I assume the scoring in PES is luck-based. You can get everything right and still somehow your player will miss the easiest point-blank tap-in. And I'm not just talking about playing with second division players. Top players also seem to be luck-based in their ability to score. And don't get me started on heading or volleys. I still don't know the trick to scoring those. When there is a ball swung into the box, I just tap the B button, I'm using alternative controls, and cross my fingers, which makes scoring feel random. I can understand if I really suck at the game, which I probably do, but when I can go into training mode and replicate the same cross numerous times, but get different results from tap-ins, then there's obviously some kind of randomizing system in play, and I don't like it. Finesse shots are the only shots that seem to be effective in this game, and in some ways they seem overpowered. But if you want to win, you're going to have to get in the box, hug your finger around the R1 or RB button, and hope for the best. Remember, I'm using alternative controls. As for the way the game operates in motion, well, it's alright. I found it easy to master defending because all you have to do is hold the A button and watch your player run into the opponent like a cruise missile, tap the A button again and watch the most clunky looking tackle animation ever and proceed. Don't worry about the angle of the tackle or if your opponent falls over. The ref won't blow or give you a card for almost any standing tackle, and don't expect your opponent to get any either if they give you a bad looking challenge. Slide tackles are a bit more technical, but no worries, the ref is pretty lenient just as long as you approach from the front and most times from the side. I got a few yellow cards in my time with the game, but never any red cards, even if I'm the last man challenging a player clear on goal. Now here's the thing, I don't actually dislike the refs all too much because we see spotty decisions all the time when watching EPL matches every weekend. Just imagine the PES referees are from the EPL who don't blow unless your opponent brings a tank on the field, and FIFA's are from La Liga who blow for the slightest pokes and move along. The passing in the game is pretty tight. 1-2 passes are satisfying when you pull them off, and lob passes are pretty good once you get accustomed to the controls. Through balls are a bit overpowered, but given that the game seems to act scripted in the way the scenarios and animations work, I kinda expected some mechanics to be a bit OP. Example, during my time with the game, most of my goals were a result of through balls and 1-2 passes into the box, then finesse to the side of the keeper. Sometimes in these scenarios, the defender was in better positions than my players, but somehow they froze in position and let them through. One could chalk their behavior up to the AI being unprofessional, but I'm struggling as it is on this difficulty, so I'm not willing to endure the tougher ones. My final verdict is that PES 2017 on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 is a great game if you're primarily interested in Master League, which is probably the most addictive mode I've played in a football game to date. It's challenging and frustrating at the same time, but somehow I keep returning for more punishment day after day, just like watching the real sport on telly each weekend. If you've enjoyed this review, make sure to give us a like and subscribe to this channel, and if you'd like more content like this, head on over to the website thebuttonsmashers.com where you'll find articles on news, reviews, podcasts and more.